Okay, I want to talk about being in your head and having a running, let's say, negative narration going on in your head and what to do about that. Now, if I have no limitations, I can deal with that problem very well. I've got a lot of different tools where I can really knock out the narrator for a while. And it works out. It works out really well. But I don't always have all of the tools available to me all of the time. I don't have multiple hours to go do, a lot of time in nature, a lot of exercise, something that makes me laugh, whatever. I might not have time for that. And so I want to talk about a way that you can train the process of bringing yourself back into reality. Now, I was doing this task here where I'm just trimming some of the tree and bush here, and I got to chop it up with loppers, which are, I thought, somewhere around here. Anyway, trimming it up, and for whatever reason, for no good reason especially, I was just in kind of a funky mood. I'm grumpy, and so I'm running through just negative thoughts constantly, right? Now, the process, when you don't have the time, when you don't have the opportunity to kind of do the job properly, what do you do? So it's a lot like the way you deal with that when you don't have time is a lot like the process of meditation. Now, before you run away, just know that the process of meditation, when and you sit there, not necessarily like that, but the general idea when you're meditating is that when you notice, when you become aware that your mind started drifting and you started, having thoughts again, you gently, without shame, just bring yourself back to the present moment and sit there. And, sitting there in perfect presence might only last like a half a second for you, and that's okay. The trick, the thing to know about that is that the practice, the work, the thing that actually gives you the benefit is the rep of bringing yourself back to the present moment. So as soon as you notice that your mind is drifting, you go, okay, and you come back to just being, right? And each time you do that, that's a rep. And each rep that you do makes you a little better at noticing that you've started generating a bunch of thoughts and you're now, fantasizing about something or reminiscing about something or, whatever. You notice it and you bring yourself back. And each time that you stray, you bring yourself back. And you don't have to feel bad about it. I think a lot of people will assume that, I can't stay in the present moment for very long. This is too hard. I suck at it. It's like, no, you're doing great. You're actually doing just fine. You just need to keep the reps coming. So, what you do, you don't have to sit down and meditate. You can do the exact same process while doing a task. So here I was, clipping things with my loppers, and that task by itself could, in theory, occupy my full attention, right? If I applied myself and I am actually giving it a full effort, whether that's being precise or being, elegant in my movement or just giving it my best effort. And I will, just like in meditation, I'll find my mind constantly trying to escape into some sort of mental fantasy, just something other than what I'm doing. And that's okay. Just bring myself back. Okay, how can I do this better? And I get into it, and you just keep bringing yourself back. And that is the way, one way anyway, to address this wandering mind that keeps you in this just sort of like daydreamy la-la land while you're doing other things, which is kind of ridiculous. It's like, I don't actually consciously want to be like that in my everyday life. I would like to be present and actually apply myself and do a job well, instead of just finding that, I've been daydreaming basically nonstop all day. And that's where my mental power is going. And I don't want that. And so the practice is bringing myself back and trying to do the job that I am currently physically doing better. the best that I can in that moment. And I'm not a Zen master. I don't do it perfectly, and that's okay. I just bring myself back, bring myself back, bring myself back, ad nauseum, and then the job gets done. So I'm going to get back to that, and that is one way that you can begin chipping away at the problem of distraction, of being in your head, of not actually being present and seeing and working with what is right in front of you. Because it's an absolutely gorgeous day right now. It's beautiful. It's a nice warm breeze. I'm working outside. There's no reason in front of me here. I've even got a cat hanging out with me. Like, it's absolute paradise. And so I am not going to let it stand that I would be in the middle of this, but having some just like negative thought train going. It's like, no, no, no. Right here is actually paradise, and I can enjoy it, and I can apply myself to this paradise. I can be fully invested in it, and that's, well, that's what I'm going to get back to doing. So that's it. All right. Thank you.